So after a while, we're back. I'm Sorin and welcome to TechieShow. This is a tech, informative and fun and gadgety thingy YouTube channel. Next time there's gonna be a cool intro with twirly shit and stuff. The first news will be that we're actually back. So this is TechWeekend. This will be a series of videos in which every Friday I'm gonna post the latest news that I found interesting from the past week or the recent period, and just talk about them, debate about them. And on Mondays there's gonna be another video that doesn't have anything to do with news. So the set schedule will gonna be Friday Tech Weekend news and stuff, and on Mondays another type of content, as well as remaking some of the old content where new stuff has appeared. I feel we should go into more detail and things like that. This is the plan for this YouTube channel. Now on to the actual news. A small disclaimer, CES 2024 is coming up, so that means we're gonna talk a lot about products, maybe even some leaks, but some that seem realistic, not unicorn stuff. So for a while this is what the news is going to be like. Starting first is Gigabyte, that listed in the EEC portal some AMD Radeon RX 7600 XT with 16 gigabytes of video RAM. That's double of what the RX 7600 has, and even more than 7700 XT that comes with 12 gigabytes of GDDR6. Now even techpowerup.com lists this GPU, and it seems that we're talking about a GPU based on Navy 33, so most likely the memory will be on 128 bits, which makes sense in the current AMD lineup. If it was like 192 bits or 256, what will be the point of higher tier cards like the 7700 XT? So the launching price is like $299. That's, I mean, it's clearly a competitor for the RTX 4060 Ti. Now, how much of a competitor we're gonna see after the benchmarks come out. Talking about Nvidia, they also tease the RTX 40 Super that will be launched at CAC, and Zotac leaked, or somebody leaked, pictures with these models from Zotac. Then they look pretty good, and we're just gonna see how good they will perform. But as far as I can tell, we're gonna have the 4080 Super, the 4070 Ti Super, the 4070 Super. So we're somewhere like the 4080 Super will be 3 to 5% faster than its non-super counterpart. The 4070 Ti will be about 15% faster than the non-super variant, and the 4070 Super will be like 40% faster or something like that, which is pretty good, I guess. I'm not gonna comment about prices or other things because, I mean, they're not launched yet, and everything we know about pricing is based off the current pricing of the already launched GPUs. Obviously, in my opinion, it's not worth it to upgrade from non-super to a super variant unless you're hard pressed by some performance need or something. But I wouldn't, especially since we're already in 2024 and we're kind of 1 year-ish away from the new RTX 5000 series. So yeah, I think you can wait it out a little, especially if you have a recent GPU. Next is Ubisoft launches Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown in 18th of January for most platforms. The game specs, it looks decent, and as you would expect for a decent game, not ultra graphics or something like that. It doesn't have high system requirements. I mean, Ubisoft lists something like 1060 for 4K gameplay, so that's decent for a new game. Probably the only reason this game stood out to me is because of a local news outlet in Romania from 2008 that actually teased the Prince of Persia Sands of Time game, and in 2009 included it in a DVD. So yeah, bringing back some old memories. I'm old as shit. Next, Samsung releases again on CES Odyssey gaming monitors. It's about 3 new models, OLED based. We have the G9, a 49-inch curved with DQHD, that means 5120 by 1440, a G8 32-inch flat 4K, and these two run at 240 Hz, and they have a response time of 0.03 G2G. G7 is the third model, a 27-incher OLED, but with 2560 to 1440 pixel, and this one has 360 Hz refresh rate and the same response time. I'm a fan of 2 monitor setups, just like I run now, and the G7 sounds the most interesting, as anything bigger than 27-inch for a 2 monitor setup is too big in my opinion. It surprises me that the G7 doesn't come in 4K. I'd trade the resolution boost for those hertz. I mean, 240 Hz like the G8 has is plenty. Moving on, staying with Samsung, in 17 January, Samsung Unpacked is gonna take place, where we'll also see the Galaxy S24 series that will consist of the S24, S24 Plus and S24 Ultra, just like we had in S23. If everything we see so far from leaks and stuff is true, I wouldn't go for the S24 just because it seems that it will have the Exynos 2400 processor that is based on historic evidence. Usually the Exynos Samsung is weaker and comes with some problems compared to the Snapdragon, and the S24 Plus and the Ultra will come with Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, so I won't go much into a big debate, but I'll just stick with Snapdragon. That's just my opinion. Besides some RAM, display improvements, I'm comparing the S24 Plus and what we know with the S23 Plus, because that's what I'm using to record even this video. So the camera will have the same hardware basically. We'll get the 4K at 120 Hz filming, recording, and some other improvements. Probably some AI stuff, like it's trendy, as if it's worth going from S23 Plus to the S24 Plus. I guess we'll see after the launch. We need to see final pricing and stuff, and we'll see if it's worth it, or you should just go for the Ultra in case you feel like you need an update. So that's about it for the first episode of Tech Weekend. So see you next time. Bye.